What's going on, YouTubers? Top of the morning to ya. Yeah, another fucking video. Let's get things started properly. Oh, and no, I don't have a card. I don't need to ask fucking permission to put something into my fucking body. But these corporations, they tell you what you're going to put in your body, and they tell you what they're going to put in your body, which is poisons. Anyways, this video is going to be about what is a bad person. I mean, how do you classify what a bad person is? Okay, I'll tell you after this hit. Hold on, that wasn't a good one. Oh, much better. Not being responsible is what a bad person is. Somebody who's not being responsible. Somebody who hears about this information and the system of slavery that we're all in and doesn't care. That's what a bad person is. Somebody who doesn't care. Okay? So you not caring is what creates a bad person. Plain and simple. Because if you cared and you got off your fucking ass and did something about the system that we're all in instead of just trying to fucking survive, fight, fucker, figure it out, you'll realize the system of slavery that, you're in. So I lost my train of thought there, so if that doesn't make sense. It's like all these poisons you're putting on yourself. They're poisons and you continue to buy them because the stars tell you to. The only reason you need deodorant is because of all the fucking poisons you're putting in your body. You're killing your body on the inside, so it's starting to stink now because it's dying off slowly. So these smells, permeate through the fucking, what you call perspiration. It's the odors from you rotting from the fucking inside out. Plain and simple. From all the fucking poisons you're being fed. Babies, newborn babies, when they're born, they smell sweet. Even my daughter, 8 years old, she still smells sweet. Because she hasn't had the amount of poisons that the rest of us have. I still smell that sweetness about her. Okay, because you don't need to put this shit on. This is insanity. Like I said, even I still do it. I don't use deodorants and shit anymore, but with the poisons and shit, because like I said, we're a slave to our fucking taste buds as well. Okay, but that's what a bad person is somebody who doesn't care about what the fuck's going on. Like my sister, for instance. I talked to her about this information, smoking a bowl with her, because she doesn't have any weed or something, so she has to come in. And of course, I'm going to unload with this information because this is all I have to fucking talk about to anybody, because this is the most important subject on the fucking plane of existence, as far as I'm concerned, is the system of slavery that we're all in. But I'm sitting there smoking a bowl with her and just giving her some information. She's like, I don't care. I You probably couldn't hear that, but she's like, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Just smoke. Just get me high. Just, just, make me feel good while I'm in the Matrix. You know? She's a bad person because she doesn't care. She says she loves her children, but she continually feeds them these poisons, and like I said, I'm no fucking better. I'm still doing it to myself, you know what I mean? But once your frequency raises, like I said, I'm a 100%er on this shit. If I can't do all of it at once and get my temple going all at the same time, I'm not fucking interested. And right now, it's not feasible for me to do that. So, because of this system of slavery we're in. Yeah, I'm be tearing my fucking backyard up here pretty quick and start planting my own fucking food, so I can at least get off that fucking shit and I don't have to worry about trying to find organic shit. I'll have me a greenhouse built out here and I'll be producing my own fruits and vegetables and shit. But like I said, what constitutes a bad person is one who doesn't care about any of this information. One who doesn't care about all this shit that's going on and just wants to watch their television program or have fun or do this or do that. Anything but be responsible. So, a bad person is somebody who's not being fucking responsible. Plain and simple. I'm being responsible. I'm out here trying to show you silly human slaves, me too, that, how it works. Got no phone calls. 480-233-7779. Call me up. I get comments, from people like, oh, how do you know that you're going to educate me? They hear something I said in my video. How do you know that I'm not going to teach you something? I reply, well, there's only one way to find that out, and that's to call. So, like I said, and I replied, I don't claim to know everything, and perhaps you could teach me something. It's about all of us working together, to teach each other, instead of being locked into this fucking system of bullshit that we all got fucking stuck in. And as I was saying, babies, they smell sweet without adding any fucking poisons to them, without putting anything on them, they smell naturally sweet. So that's why you need deodorant, because you're fucking killing yourself from the inside out slowly, and it's a slow, stinking process. That's why sometimes you smell worse than others, because, you're more rotten that day. And distilled water is one of the most important fucking secrets they do not want you to know. Distilled water is not a conductor. Dirty water is a conductor. It's the dirt and the metals in the water that conduct electricity. Water does not normally conduct electricity. It's the metals in the water that conducts the electricity, and I can prove this to you. I used to be a water technician selling distillers, and that was one of my things. I could get my light bulb to light up in the fucking dirty water or the tap water or the fucking bottled water, but it wouldn't light up in my distilled water, proving that there's no conductivity there. And there's just two electrodes in the water, but since the water was a conductor, it would light the light bulb. But in my water, the distilled water, it wouldn't light the light bulb because there's no conductor in there for it to jump to in between this space, this spark gap. Up. Sounds like I hear the ghetto bird coming. Maybe not. But the most important thing is cleaning out your temple. It removes all the causes of your problems. It takes all your shit away, okay? Yeah, like I tell you guys, if you guys are buying this fucking tap water and this bottled fucking water and this spring water and mineral water or whatever, you know, in distilled water, there's nothing in distilled water, okay? And that's why it removes shit from your body. You know, the inorganic chemicals and compounds is what it removes. Inorganic minerals and compounds is what it removes. It doesn't remove the organic compounds. Okay? Now, all your tap water and all these other waters, you know, Fiji and all this other shit, that's already got minerals in there, so the water's already bonded with something. And now when you drink it, it's not doing anything. I mean, it's just basically running right fucking through you, not pulling anything out of your body because the water's already full. It's already bonded with all these minerals and shit that they've put into the water. Okay, but distilled water doesn't have that. So it's hungry fucking water. That's why they call it hungry water. You know, because it grabs everything on the way down. Anything it can fucking bond itself with, it fucking does. And like I said, that's the inorganic compounds. So, you know, you're going to hear fucking doctors 50% say, oh, distilled water's bad for you. 50% say, oh, no, it's good water. Dr. Andrew Wilder of the Mayo Clinic, you know, tells you, look into his research. Okay? You know, this guy's been on Oprah and everything else, so he's a world-renowned doctor. And, you know, he tells you about distilled water. So, like I said, it's the biggest secret they do not want you to know, because if you continue to drink distilled water and purify your fucking self, you're going to think clearer. Everything's going to, your dreams, you're going to sleep better. Everything's going to fucking be better and better and better. Okay, here's another fucking chem fucking trail they're spraying. I don't know if I could get it in the shot or not. But, you know, that fucking shit they're fucking spraying. Come on, people. The fuck? That's not a contrail, that's a chemical fucking line. You know? There's some fucking more up there. All that haze you see is from the fucking shit they sprayed this morning. Get your magnifying glasses out and look at this photo. Yeah, I should zoom in on it. You know? Just look at that shit. They're constantly spraying us with this fucking shit. A big old X in the fucking sky there. It's faded out now. But I mean, look by that telephone pole. See those ripples way back there? That's all part of this fucking shit right here. All part of that shit. That shit ain't fucking clouds, people. Okay, it's fucking chemicals. Look at that fucking shit. Anyways. Damn, dropped my fucking weed, dropped all my shit. Dropped my fucking pipe. So I had that shit in my lap. Alright, hold on a second. Let me find my fucking unit here. There it is. You know, they're fucking poisoning the fucking shit out of all of us constantly. That's why you can't see this shit, because your electrical chemical system is all fucked up, man. It's all fucked up fucking big time. You can't see your fucking ass from a hole in the ground, okay? So anyways, distilled water has nothing in it. That's why it bonds with shit in your system and pulls out all the bad shit. So all the other water's been bonded with shit. So anyways, it can't pick up anything else with all the water that you're drinking is because it's already full. It's you know, there's not room for anything else to attach to the water, basically. And that's why it's doing nothing for you but dehydrating you, basically. Um, you know, it's distilled water is kind of like a fucking magnet. You know, it pulls all this shit out. Am I still rolling? Yeah. My shit was fucked up there for a second. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. It's moving slow and shit, freaking me out. I hate when it does that. Like I put my hand up to my face a couple seconds ago, and it took it a delayed. It's the fucking Matrix, you know? See? That was a fucking 1 second delay there on my other hand when I just brought it up. So, it's like a fucking magnet. It pulls every fucking, you know, thing it can out of the body. You know, and what they don't tell you about fucking distilled water is they say, oh, it pulls all the minerals out of the body. They don't tell you that. Oh, it's just the inorganic minerals. You know, there's organic minerals and there's inorganic minerals. And that's sort of, you know, distilled water pulls out is the inorganic minerals. Okay, so the shit that's not good for you. All the poisons that you've been fucking fed and shit. You know, you can actually take a fucking magnet and pull your cereal around in the cereal bowl. Yeah, when your cereal's sitting there floating in the milk, you know, a couple of them, get a magnet out and pull your fucking cereal around. That's fucking iron. That's metal they're putting in your fucking food, okay? I mean, come on, people. These people are feeding us fucking garbage and fucking poison. I mean, I know we're all fucking brainwashed and you don't feel like you could do anything, but that's why we all have to do it. We all have to do it, but we got to start communicating with each other, and that fucking starts by giving me a call. Like I said, we work together. We're supposed to be happy, having fun here, not fucking being slaves and pissed off all day, and then pissed off after that anytime anybody fucking talks to us because we had a fucked up day at our plantation. Like I said, this is one big motherfucking plantation, people. You know, anyways, you can fucking pull your cereal around with a fucking magnet and shit, you know? You know, you are dying because of lack of fucking knowledge. That's why you are dying, because you have lack of knowledge. I spent the last fucking 8 years since I had a daughter getting as much fucking knowledge as I possibly could about all this shit going on. Because like I said, when you first start looking at it, it scares you. You go out and buy guns and shit and, you know, freak the fuck out because you think the world's going to end in 6 months. No, this shit's been going on for thousands of fucking years. You just woke up to it. It's kind of like that new car. You know, you go out and buy a new car and, you know, everywhere you go that day, everybody's got that fucking car now. Well, everybody had one before. You just didn't know what you were looking for. Now you know what you're looking for. Now you see the system of slavery you're in because of the research you've done. So like I said, it's simple. Every animal eats, drinks, and gets everything for free here. We don't get anything for free. We pay for everything, and we're supposed to be higher on the food chain? Give me a fucking break. You're a legend in your own fucking mind if you think you're higher on the food chain. We're lower on the fucking food chain because you're a fucking slave. The animals aren't slaves. Well, the ones in the wild aren't slaves. You know, the ones in the prison pens are. Like I said, these prisons, yes, they put, people who have done some fucked up shit there. But it's just because those are the kind of fucking people who are going to react to the shit once they wake up and know. So if they can put them in a box and keep the amount of information that they receive limited, and, they're feeding all of their food to them and their water, so they can put anything in their food and water while they're in there, making them slaves and shit. Because they want those people locked up because those are the people who are going to, not put up with it. People like me. And no, I'm not a criminal. I don't go out here and cause any loss or harm. I'm not out here trying to steal from anybody or fucking damaging people's property. Yes, I drive 90 fucking mile an hour and do what the fuck I feel like because you know what? Until there's any loss or harm, there is no crime. So basically, you're dying because lack of fucking knowledge. Why do distilled water, back to distilled water. Why do you put distilled water in your battery? Why do you put distilled water in your radiator? Because it's non-corrosive, that's why. There's nothing in it. So it doesn't contaminate the system. Okay? So do you think it would contaminate your system? I mean, think about it. Come on. Once you put that fucking tap water or anything other than distilled water in your radiator, it starts corroding and fucking shit up. They tell you what to put in there. You know what I mean? Because if they didn't tell you to put that in there, and every time you put water in your fucking car and you're like, why does this tap water keep eating my radiator? Why is my radiator leaking? Why is this tap water eating it? Because it's doing the same fucking thing to you. It's eating you apart. Anyways, this is the biggest secret is about the water, people. You are water. That is why they killed Bruce Lee. Because he told you about the water. Water can flow or it can crash, my friend. He says, be water. If you put water in a glass, it becomes a glass. If you put water in a teapot, it becomes a teapot. It can flow or it can crash. So that's why that man is dead, because he started talking about the water. And he was teaching people shit that they didn't, shit like this, shit they don't want you to fucking know. Hiding this water from you and putting fluoride and poison in the water. Don't you think you deserve more than that? I mean, don't you think that you work your entire life as a silly human fucking slave in this make-believe system that's been created for us? Don't you think that you deserve more than a fucking social security check that's gonna barely get you by in a flop house? Don't you think you deserve more than that after your dedicated years of service? 50 years of service? More than half your life of service you put into this, but they give you this residual little fucking amount? This peanuts, which you can barely survive on in a flop house? It's our job as young people to take care of old fucking people. Okay, get another shot of that chemtrail up there. See how it's fucking spreading out? Well, that's just like that other shit. You know? Anyways, it's our job as younger people to take care of the older people. You know, because they're the ones with the knowledge. They're the ones who have knowledge gained through experience gained by making mistakes. And if nobody was bullshitting each other, trying to get over on each other, then all this knowledge would be passed down. Like I said, that's why they had to kill the fucking Indians. They were the caretakers of this place. The Incas, the Mayas, they were the caretakers of this place. They had to kill that consciousness so they could enslave you. You know, it's like Alzheimer's disease. You know, it's basically aggregate that's formed on the fucking brain cell before they die. Well, aggregate is what's in concrete. Okay? Aggregate is what's in concrete. So do you see what's being done to you? I mean, fuck, I seen a movie one time where they fucking filled a guy full of concrete. I'm sure you guys saw that too. It's one of them crime shows, I think, on TV. You know? Just said, man, they're fucking us up. And they're killing people off who, you know, get too many views and too many listeners. Just look around, man. Look at these people doing this shit. Anybody who's, you know, Bob Marley. He had to go because his music was so powerful. They had to kill him because he had too big of a following. You know, you get too big of a following, they fucking, you know, they kill you. But like I said, if you don't hold that in your consciousness, I don't think they can touch you. Like I said, you defeat yourself, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, distilled water will move that fucking aggregate. And, you know, they'll probably get their fucking memory back. You know, with Kirlian photography, that photographs the aura of things or the energy of things, you know, the energy around it. And when you have raw and cooked food, you see the difference. You know, when you have, you know, a piece of food that you have raw and you look at it with this camera, you know, you see its glow and its radiance and its energy. But when you cook it and you do it, it looks kind of like a black and white photo. You know what I mean? That's what you got after the effect. You know what I mean? When you had this nice color and this, you know, and then you get this cook. Well, because you killed it. You destroyed, you fucking, you know, took the energy out of it. You made it dead. So, like I said, distilled water makes you live. It's hungry water. It pulls all the shit out of you. You know, and it's why you can't see this like some of us others out here, because you're so blocked and so, like I said, we're being bombarded by everything, these frequencies and everything. You know, these frequencies really affect your dirty water inside you too. Okay? See, since distilled water isn't a conductor, all these frequencies out here won't fuck with your temple. Okay? Because they can't go in harmony with the fucking thing, okay? They can't get in you, basically. Because distilled water is not a conductor. But this dirty water is a conductor in you. So TV, internet, you know, your cell phone, all these fucking frequencies are fucking bombarding your system constantly, people. Anyways, I need to be cutting it short here. Fucking 29 minutes already. Son of a bitch. But I'll make another short video, you know. I'm going to do a little bit more. You know, for all you highly educated people out there, you know, who have spent a lot of money on schooling, have been indoctrinated, you know, big time and had an enormous amount of education. You know, it's harder for me to wake you up than it is anybody else. You know, because you've got a lot invested in your fucking what you think you know, you know, because you spent money on this, okay? So, you know, you have something to lose if you know, if you're not right, basically, and I'm right. You know, because you've been completely indoctrinated with their schooling, you know, that's why you can't see shit, you know, and people like me fucking look crazy to you. You know, and you probably say to yourself, you know, if what you're saying was true, I would know. Because I've invested a vast amount of things and time into money and stuff into this education I've gotten, you know. So I would know if this was what you're saying is true. Because I have a vast knowledge. And there's no way I would have missed it. What you're trying to tell me, Rick. Well, I'm telling you, you missed it. Because you're too busy being distracted, learning this false bullshit to make you a silly human slave, you know, a battery basically, instead of concentrating on your basic needs. Okay? You know, and then while you're thinking there's no way that I wouldn't fucking... No, there's another fucking chemtrail being sprayed now. There's that fucking one getting bigger and wider. You know, you're thinking, you know, you didn't spend all this money and all this time in this indoctrinating school system or education system that I did, so why should I believe you? Because I wasn't being distracted, that's why, my friends. Like I said, I've never felt right here. I've always been the outcast, I've always not had friends, I've always, you know, been the odd man out. You know, it's for a reason. It's because I see things differently. I see through all the bullshit. I see the system of slavery for what the fuck it truly is. Okay, so... Yeah, so basically they got you hook, line, and sinker in this school system with their indoctrination. And you know, soul is the sun, which is light. Okay, and alchemy means light chemistry. You're an electrical chemical system, okay? And when you learn the alchemy of your electrical chemical system, which is the light chemistry, which light travels through water, okay? Because that light traveled into your fucking pineal gland 49 days after. Maybe I'll get into this here. No, I'll do this in there one. Yeah, maybe. You know, the light travels into the pineal gland 49 days after the fetus, okay? That's the Sabbath the Bible's fucking talking about, okay? That's when the soul comes into the fucking body and that fetus is in a water sack. Okay? So bam. That's when it happens. And that's when the light alchemy starts. Okay? You know, and the benefit of me making all these motherfucking videos and looking like a crazy motherfucker because you're too scared to. You're too scared to say anything. You're too scared to buck the system. You know, you just rather let it steal from you and extort money from you. You know, but anyways, the benefit of me making these videos is so we can kick these fucking psychopaths off the fucking plane of existence or the planet, wherever you think you live on. Check into flat earth. No bullshit. Check into flat earth. I went out trying to disprove it, but, you know, it didn't take very long for me to see the truth, because I remember back as a child when they were trying to tell me about the spinning ball, it didn't make sense anything they were fucking saying, and I had, you know, 10 fucking questions, and they couldn't answer anything. Their answer to every question was gravity, gravity, gravity. Well, one answer can't be the answer for fucking 10 different questions, okay? So, like I said, I eventually got indoctrinated to the bullshit too. You know, they got you looking outside here instead of looking within here. Anyways, give me a call, people. 480-233-7779. Wholeness, balance, and vibrations. Wholeness, balance, and vibrations. I love you all. I'm Rick James, bitches, and I approve this message.